Welcome everybody to the NMB Poly Racing Poly Challenge. There's a 250,000 Rand bonus that could be paid out today. Very exciting stuff for Macanto and all those followers. He's on the first two legs and now he's going for the third and final leg. So we're holding thumbs for Peter Moore and everybody involved. Thanks for watching Betway's Weighted to Win. We start up with an 8-race program. Nino Podesta, of course, is on the line to join us. And I can tell you that the first, which is a open maiden over 1,200 metres, they've been nibbling away at this favourite of Kelly Mitchell's and Muzieni's riding, number 1, Ward of Dynamite. I think it was 2-1, is now around 15-10 or thereabouts. There are one or two that are offering 16 and 17-10, but generally 15-10 about number 2, War of Dynamite, I beg your pardon. Then the second choice is number 2, Bohemian Beat. That's the first timer that's come to the races today. It's priced up at 7-2. About Alan Greaves' horse in the first. Then we've also got in the third choice, number 8, Timeline, who's been priced up at the moment at 13-2, together with number 6 on the card, Mio Destino, also 13-2, and it's 14-1 and better, the balance. Morning, Nino, it's bipod time. So what are we going to do in the first leg? Are we going to depend on the favourite or are you going wider?
I'm going a little bit wider, and good morning to you, Clyde. This is an open maiden. So we start with War of Dynamite. If it brings the penultimate run, when it ran behind Sardinia Bay, who came out to win three on the trot after that, I can definitely see this horse being very competitive and even winning a race like this. But he's got a lump 10.5 kilos. Or 51 to 60, 9.5 kilos to a horse called Timeline. And then the other one at the bottom of the weight, Budalia, I think that's also going to improve. I'm going to give you my selections in no particular order, is 8, 9, or 1, 8 and 9. But then I've added my Destino. And then I see this horse from Joburg that's only run 4 lengths behind Green Sapphire. Is an army. I know he's got a bad draw, but I've added that in. So I've gone all of 1, 5, 6, 8 and 9 in the bipod. But like I said, my first 3 selections is 1, 8 and 9, no particular order.
Okay, well, the money's come for what? The ex-Vaughan Marshall runner, now with Kelly Mitchell, number 1, War of Dynamite. But in the first leg of the bipod, Nino is playing it, of course, safe. And it's a 300 Rand bipod perm on this Friday afternoon. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go on to race number 2. And in this race, take out the 1, take out the 3, take out the 5. They're all not running the first leg of the place accumulator. Scratch 1, 3 and 5. Note that this is an open maiden and now we're going over the mile. Betway this morning, I've got number 4, Stand Up as favourite for Duncan McKenzie. That is priced up at the moment at 22-10 favourite. Number 2, Peep d'Oro, is 3-1. Number 10, third choice, Nuclear Power, 3-1. And then you can get 4-1 about number 9, Athel Wolf. And then 14-1 and better about the balance. I don't really like the race, to be honest, Nina. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I also don't like it. But I can tell you that part of the order, that last run, you can put the line right through it. He lost his race going to the start. He was sweating and full of himself. So that run can best be ignored. He did run second over course and distance. I think he's going to run a big race. But then again, you've got to look at the horses further down at the weights, horses like Athel Wolf and Nuclear Power, which would be my first 2 selections. I think Stand Up, he's got stamina limitation. I think he's best over 16, but in such a weak field, you can't really leave him out. And then the upset also in the race is number 11, Clyde, Pilgrim. There's been talk about it before, that they fancied it. I think that can cause an upset. Yeah, look, I'm putting all of 2, 4, 9, 10 and 11 in the bipod, but I think 2, 9 and 10 in the PA should be sufficient for us to go through.
Yeah, it should be. Well, we've got the 4 of them in, 2, 4, 9 and 10. It's a 240 perm. We have got how many? 1, 2, 3 bankers in today's place accumulator. Make sure you're on by 1:05. On to the third race. Let's catch this pick 6 today on this Poly Challenge Day. It's a handicap to begin with, the first leg that is. For the girls, it's an 80 handicap over 1,600 metres. Note that numbers 1 and number 6, important scratching, and the 6 not running. So take out 1 and 6 in the first leg. What does that mean? Well, from a betting perspective, what it means is the follows. Is that number 7 on the card, who is Ginger Delight, is the favourite, and that's priced up at 2-1. Second choice, number 9, Flower Festival at 11-2. Number 5, Umzolozo, is that priced up at what price? 13-2. 7-1, the 4, Bosne. 8-1 about the 10 horse, Greenlight Dancer, is at 8-1. And then what's the others? I see they got the 8 horse One Giant Leap priced up at 8-1, then 10-1, and better the balance. Personally, I'd like to put the whole field, Nino. Myself, I'd like to go the whole lot. But what do you think?
I'd like to do that as well, Clyde, and I would suggest so. But what do you do when you study a card and you're so confident that this is a 2-horse race between Family Power and Green Owl, and you wake up in the morning and they're both scratched? So I had made Ginger Delight my third selection behind those two, but I didn't have a lot of time to study the card. So I've gone and banked it. I think Ginger Delight becomes the right one now, Clyde. I think that's also all got to have beat. I respect the stable companion, Flower Festival. And then you got horses that can cause upsets here, like Vion's Queen and State Secret. So I would also like to go to the field, but it would cost too much. So I've elected to bank Ginger Delight. But like I said, my 2 horses were scratched, and I had to make a selection.
Okay, well, listen, we'll be with you in terms. Well, all I'll do is, I'm going field, I'm going to add all the scratchings in anyway. So hopefully Ginger Delight will start tote favourite in that case and win for you in this pick 6. So banker 7, Ginger Delight in the first leg. Note that Nino's bankering in the third leg. He bankers Mercantor. He says that'll win later today. And then his next banker comes up in the penultimate, well, the last leg that is, it's Guy Gibson. And for that, it'll cost you 252 Rand. Now let's go to race 4, another handicap, and this is run over the mile, this particular race for the girls, but now at the 64 level, so like an E-Division type race. And I've got to wonder if Wishes and Dreams, in terms of this particular opportunity, it's not an easy opportunity for her to continue and perhaps, complete the hat-trick of wins. She's been impressive to date. She won 2 runs ago impressively. Her last start, I thought she won well enough to suggest that she's probably, might be talking out of term, is probably better than an 84, but let's see. She's priced up at the moment at around 15-10 to win the third race, or the fourth race, that is. Second choice, number 3, East Coast Girl, is trading at 22-10. She won her last start quite easily. And number 10 on the card, who is the next in, and that is Colorama, who's priced up at 10-1. 12s and better the balance. What's Uncle Alan say about Wishes and Dreams, Nino?
Well, he gives it a chance, Clyde, but he's worried about the weight, and he's also worried about number 3 here, because that East Coast Girl, she was very impressive when she won last time, and Wishes and Dreams is to give her 3.5 kilos. They both jump from good draws. I think those are the right 2. But both of them were impressive last time. Let's put it that way. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But I can't split them. I need to put both in, and because of that, I also put my upset horse in, and that is number 4, Bretty. I think we'll be fine with those 3. But it could boil down to Wishes and Dreams and East Coast Girl fighting this out.
Okay, well, Bretty, if you want to know, is trading around 15-1 at the moment. Nino's outsider, and in this jackpot he's going 1, 3 and 4 in the first leg, with those 2 bankers we spoke about earlier, they being Mercantor and Guy Gibson, and that jackpot will cost you 18 Rand. Here's the Nelson Mandela Bay Racing Poly Challenge. Good to see that there's a horse lining up to take home the 250,000 Rand bonus. Of course, that the majority of it goes to the owner. So, Peter Moore, hopefully we're holding thumbs for you. and Alan Greef and Richard Fourie. That's the team. Now, they priced this horse up, trading at around, 7 to 10, Mercantor. Number 1, Bingwa, 7 to 2, second favourite. And number 3, Brendan James at 13 to 2. It's 14 to 1 and better about the balance. All right, tell us a little bit about him. And we know him from Gauteng. They've tried him a few times over the mile. Some will say he never stayed. Are you worried about that at all, Nino, the 1600 or not?
I was at first until I got the green light. No, not anymore, Clyde. I'm not worried about the 1600 because the field is not strong. His class will carry him through here. There's nothing, basically, the opposition that can push him here. I cannot see, even if he doesn't stay the 1600, the class will pull him through. Look, can history repeat itself? Can Mercantor do a King Regent? I think it can. I think history will repeat itself. I think he'll win all 3 legs and get the 250,000 bonus and a confident selection. And I'm not worried about the 1600.
Okay, well, that's it. The final leg of the Poly Challenge, Mercantor for Nino. That will go all the way through and win, we hope. Anyway, a second jackpot right at the back. Just an update. The last leg of the jackpot, Nino's gone the whole field. So to a middle stakes we go. It's over 1,800 metres, and we are currently, the 6th race should run about 25 past 3. Take out number 9, that's been scratched. 3 Cheers is not going to be running. And this race, should run 25 past. The latest in the market is Alan Greef's horse's favourite. It's priced up at 19 to 10. That's number 7, One Religion. We'll get an update from Nino in a moment about the latest news this morning from the stable. Number 5, Roll of the Dice is 9 to 2. Number 2, Red William, is also priced up 9 to 2. Number 10 on the card, Richard the Fearless. That's currently trading at 7s. And then you get 8 to 1 about number 1, Heemstede. After that, you can get 10 to 1 about the balance. I like the source One Religion. Give us an update. What's the latest this morning, Nino?
Yeah, it's going to run a big race, and it's fancied. That's his 3rd best on the card behind Mercantor and Guy Gibson. This is one that he's hoping to have a 3-timer with. But I've always liked Red William. I know he's out at the weights with a Roll of the Dice, but this horse is a good horse, Clyde. I've always liked it. That's going to be my first choice, Red William. I did like 3 Cheers, by the way, but that is scratched, so that makes it a bit easier. I cannot see Richard the Fearless turning a 6-kilogram weight turnaround with One Religion on the last time they met. So One Religion, I think, has got the beating of Richard the Fearless. Roll of the Dice can never be left out. Strong front runner, has to go in. Global State won a good race last time with Chad Little. No, it was Abib that rode it. He's now got Craig Zakia. I don't think the distance is going to be a problem. So, and then we're going to put in Richard the Fearless as well. So, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, but 9 is scratched. So we're taking that out. So we're left with the 2, 4, 5, 7, and 10.
Okay, so what you've got on screen at the moment is we're double floating 2 and 5. You know, Red William and Roll of the Dice. That's our double floating in the trifecta, with the whole field, obviously. And whilst One Religion's a big runner, Nino's got the Red William horse and the Roll of the Dice horse in the floating. Okay, everybody, let's get on to race 7. It's a plated race, this. It's a graduation over the 1,400 metres. In terms of the best weights and all that sort of stuff, in a plated race, that horse, number 8 on the card, Vulcanite, is best in. She, on the weights, she looks like she's the one to beat. She does come from the Fani Bronkhorst stable. She's now with Kelly Mitchley, and Muzieni is riding that. That's purely on the weights. But Guy Gibson is naturally all the rage. This horse is currently priced up at 6 to 10 to win. He looks like he's going to be very hard to beat. Number 6, French Flame, is trading at 13 to 2. Number 8, Vulcanite, just an update on her. She's currently at 13 to 2. And number 5, Above the Horizon, is trading at 8 to 1. It's 14s and better, the balance. So he's been pretty consistent, Guy Gibson, Nino. Moves up to them. He's been staying on well. My only worry about him is that he's not finishing. He's not going through with what one's expecting him to have already done by now. What do you think?
Yes, I agree. But he's been taken on some strong opposition in the form of Mercantile. Now, to give you more confidence, I think Alan could have entered this horse in the Poly Challenge. So that shows you how confident he is with, first of all, with Mercantile. And he obviously wants to win the race for Guy Gibson. Look at under the conditions of this race. Guy Gibson looks a penalty kick, right? I mean, the opposition is not very strong here, Clyde. Yeah. So I think they're gonna struggle to beat it, and I can't see it getting beat. And I don't know why you worried about it.
No, I'm only it should win. I'm only worried because what I've seen in his last two starts is moving up to them, and you're expecting him to go past, and he had an opportunity to go past, and he hasn't. But your argument is that he's taken on much stronger than what he's taking on here, and that's a good argument. I'm happy with that, and I'm supporting you, and we're all going in Guy Gibson all in, all happy. This is a handicap now, the 8th and final. It is at the 68. It's over the 1,300 meters. And all runners, as far as I can see at this point in time, when we're doing it, Nino, myself, this Friday morning, they're all lining up. The final race on the card, they've got this horse Cheerio Baby, top of the boards, number 2 on the card. She's priced up at the moment at 28 to 10 to win this. 13 King Rahul is trading at 9 to 2, second favourite. Number 5 Captain Clever is at 7 to 1. And number 1, King Versaries is trading at 8 to 1, 10 to 1 and better, the balance. I know in your last jackpot you went the whole field, so I would imagine in a race like this you're hoping for a big result.
Yes, absolutely. Let's just go back to race 7. I just want to say that if Mercantile wins the Poly Challenge, that would have definitely franked the chances of Guy Gibson. Coming back to the 8th race, field race, because I don't like the favourite Cheerio Baby. I think she's been disappointing. She's only just won the maiden. And Kinversary jumps up from 54 to 63, drawn 11. I think he's going to have it all to do. Clyde, I like an outsider here. I'm going each way on number 11, Potent Captain, with the Marceli Kachedi up. A bit of a tricky draw, but I think the price is right. That's a horse I like, but no confidence field race here.
Okay, that's great. So Potent Captain, that's perhaps the choice from Nino's perspective with regards to some each way money. That's currently trading. What is the trade on Potent Captain? Nice outsider, 20 to 1. Make sure you put that into your trifectas and quartets. Thanks, everybody. Look forward to chatting to Daryl Marie on Saturday. We're going to Hollywood Bets Durbanville.